G'day guys, Steve Morgan, Fishing Monthly Magazine's in Western Australia at the moment doing boat tests with Sportsmarine, which is a massive dealership over here and very big on their CJ boats. Here with Russ Dawson. Russ, you're in charge of selling a lot of these CJs, and this one we're in today, this is the 5 metre Tuff Mate. It's exactly what the name says it is. It's a very tough looking boat. Can you run through some of the features?
Yep, well they start from the ground up. These are a 4 mil bottom, 3 mil side, so it's like a hybrid. It's not a full plate boat, it's a mass produced plate boat. Checker plate floor is what everyone loves in these. It's absolutely bulletproof. Big wide side gunnels, so you've got plenty of strength through there, plenty of areas to mount your rod holders, etc. Good sized console in the centre here that you've got a bit of shelter behind. It will fold down so that you can reduce your windage when you're towing. Full transom. It'll take up to an 80 horse. We've got a 60 on this, and you'll see that it does perform pretty well with a 60. Yep. We also sell them with 70s and 75s as a popular option. Heaps of storage down the sides, top mount fuel tank, storage area up the front, all once again bulletproof. You can put whatever you like in there and it's not going to damage anything. It's full checker plate floor, 3 mil sides to that, and your esky for a seat with a cushion on it, so you fill it full of whatever you like.
Well, you fill it full of cold stuff on the way out and fish on the way back. That's the theory, isn't it?
That's the plan. That's the plan.
I really like about this boat the high gunnels. Like, you know, for a smaller boat, a 5 metre boat, it gives you that sense of security, especially at the transom. Nowadays, a lot of the boats run shorter transoms. In a following sea, this is no dramas at all, is it?
Yeah, look, that's typical of the CJ design. They put a lot of their own work into this, so you have to raise the floor a bit when you're doing a checker plate floor, but the sides of this are high enough so you feel secure in it. 2 sides to that. It's great to lean against when you're fishing, and it's also suitable for families. You know, mum and dad worrying about kids falling over the side. There's just that bit more height, and a nice combing area around the side that's comfortable to lean up against too.
Yep. Now, this is the sort of boat that a lot of people, if you have a small tinny with a 20 or a 25 on it, you want to progress to a boat you can maybe take for a bit of offshore fishing. You don't need to upgrade your tow vehicle to tow this, do you? This is on a single axle trailer it comes with, and it's easy to tow and launch, isn't it?
Correct. Look, I don't think there's a vehicle around that you couldn't tow this behind. If you can fit a tow ball to your car, you'll be able to tow this. And yet, it's a capable offshore boat. On a good day, you'll head offshore in this and cover some reasonable ground.
Now, finally, tell us about the 60 horsepower Yamaha. It's a stalwart of that Yamaha range, and it must just nearly make fuel. They're that efficient.
They are. Look, I run a very similar motor. I run one of the 70s. The 60s and the 70s, I don't know what they run on, but I don't tend to put fuel in mine. The 60 is the same engine with a slightly different gearbox. But yeah, the fuel efficiency is ridiculous. And the most problem that people have is turning the key on when it's already running. So they're lovely and quiet.
There you go. So we know that Russ is a great salesman of these boats, but we don't believe anything that he says. We're going to put this thing on the water. Well, it's already on the water. We're going to take it out and bring back to you some performance statistics. Well, there you go. What a great day out from Bunbury here in Western Australia, testing this, the CJ 5 metre Tuff Mate. These CJ boats made in Bunbury in Queensland, put on an Australian Dunbury trailer, and they are definitely a tough fishing boat. Whenever we test one of these CJs that's unpainted, got the checker plate floors, really appeals to Australians that fish, especially ones that are in the tropical parts of Australia. You can do your maintenance with a garden hose, take them in for a service every 100 hours to your Yamaha dealer, and they're going to last you a long time. What I loved about this boat is I love that esky seat combination. Use it for food, use it for fish. It pulls in and out of the boat, and it's a really sensible addition for the tropical climates that we like fishing in. I suppose as a step up from a tinny to a capable offshore boat, this is a very economical way to do it. The CJ's, this one's designed to not have any of the fancy frills that you may want when you're getting your next boat up. But at the moment, for somewhere in the mid $30,000 range, you can get this CJ with that 60 horsepower Yamaha. Now, performance-wise, we could boot it up to 5,300 RPM and get 48 kilometres an hour out of this boat. Very comfortably sits on 4,000 RPM at a 34 kilometre an hour cruising speed. There was no fuel metering available in this boat, but with my experience with this 60 horsepower Yamaha, you can expect over 3 kilometres per litre in a rig like this. It's actually quite a light boat, not much gear in it. Had 2 or 3 guys, got up on the plane really, really easily. For more information about this boat, visit www.sportsmarine.com.au, and if you like your social media on Facebook, like Sportsmarine Boat Centre Bunbury. You can keep up to date with all of their latest specials, all of the new product they've come in, and these dealers are close to the water. We're sure they're happy to take you for a test drive.